Hello, friends. Welcome to week 2 of our art and our STEAM program. Last week we talked about that lady over there, Georgia O'Keeffe, and we talked about this man here, Claude Monet, and they were artists who did painting. Now, you know, art can be a lot of different things. It's not just necessarily painting. Art can be music, or art can be dancing, art can be drama, maybe it's a play or a movie. There's all different kinds of art. And last week we talked about painting art. This week we're going to talk about something called sculptures. Now, sculptures are something, how do I describe them? Paintings are flat on a piece of paper. Sculptures have all different kinds of sides to them. You can see them from the front and the back and the sides. Sometimes sculptures look exactly like you think it would be. Like maybe there's a sculpture of a famous person and it looks just like them. Or maybe a sculpture, you can't really quite figure out what it is. And maybe the artist wants you to think about what it might be to you. So we are going to talk about sculptures today. And we happen to live near a very important city named
Chicago.
Chicago, Chicago, that title in town, that title in town.
All right.
In Chicago, there's lots of famous things, and Professor Blackfeather is going to tell you about some famous sculpture in Chicago.
I am. So, if you've been downtown at all, you may have seen some of these pictures. So, I made some slides that have 3 different slides that have 4 different sculptures, famous sculptures from famous artists that are downtown in Chicago. And I'm going to kind of show you one at a time. You'll get to see these on your own computer. You can take a look at them, and what we'd like for you to do with these is just to take a look at them and see if you've ever been by one of those sculptures. And you might have a picture at home of you or your family by that sculpture.
You might.
That would be pretty cool if you could post that on our Google album, because it shows that you are cultured and that you got to go and you got to see these famous sculptures too. If you haven't had a chance to do that, then this will give you an idea and a chance to be able to go and maybe do like a little scavenger hunt. How many of these awesome sculptures can we as a family find in downtown Chicago?
That would be awesome.
So I'm going to show you the first one. Hold it up really close. I think you might have seen some of these before. I see what looks like, we call it the bean.
The bean.
But it's really called the cloud. There are the lions from the art museum. There is Buckingham Fountain. And we have that cool picture. It's like a digital picture, and it's called the iconic Crown Fountain, and you can see that close to where the bean is.
That picture changes when you're there. The face moves and it spits water.
That's pretty cool.
It's fun.
We like art that
I've
spits.
seen that one.
Very cool. All right.
Those kind of looked exactly like they were supposed to look. The lions kind of look like lions, and the fountain kind of looked like a fountain, and the face kind of looked like a face. The bean?
Well, I think it looks like a bean, but it's reflecting the sky, which has clouds in it.
Oh, cloud gate.
That's pretty cool. All right, so here's another one that you're going to be looking for. You can kind of take a look if you've seen any of these pictures or these statues before, or sculptures. They're pretty awesome sauce. Pretty awesome sauce. So you're going to take a look for those and see if you have them. Pretty iconic ones there.
Take a look at that bottom one. It has kind of like a whitish or silver face.
This one right here?
Yeah, that one. That doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before. I wonder what it's supposed to be.
I don't know.
Interesting.
We'll have to check it out and see. And then here are some more that you might have seen before.
Ooh.
This building down on the bottom has the sculpture up on the top of a building. And then that big red one, I think I've seen that quite a few times.
I've seen that one.
That's actually called something special, like it's called the Flamingo.
Yes, it is called the Flamingo.
Which is pretty cool.
Those are fun.
Yeah. So you are going to get these slides for these, and then maybe if you've already taken pictures with you by them before, you can post those pictures for us, or maybe you can take a special little classic art scavenger hunt downtown and look for these things yourself.
That would be fun.
Yeah. So we have a new artist. Actually, we have a couple new artists that we're going to talk about for the beginning of this week. And the first one, I'm going to let you say the name so I don't butcher it.
I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I think it's Giacometti.
Giacometti.
We think he's actually Italian, but he was born and grew up in Switzerland.
Yes, his whole family has Italian names.
Yes, we're not quite sure. It was very close to Italy, so we're thinking they originally came from Italy and then moved to Switzerland.
Yes.
But it says he is a Swiss sculptor.
Okay, so I'm going to hold this picture up for you really close. Don't get scared. To me, honestly, I think these look like aliens.
Are very skinny people.
Very, very skinny people. So he is known for making these guys. And to me, I think he used different art mediums than what we're going to be using to make.
Yes.
These are people, and he kind of just formed them in his own way. He formed some of them walking. There are other ones that he's made that have kind of just a different pose to them. So we decided that one of the fun activities that we're going to do for this is to use pipe cleaners. Ooh, it's so white against the whiteboard. Pipe cleaners and some aluminum foil. Aluminum foil. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You should have sitting in front of you
From your packet.
Pipe cleaners.
Packet 2.
Packet number 2. Pipe cleaners, and you should have at home
Some tin foil.
some aluminum foil. Or tin foil. She calls it tin foil.
I
too.
call it tin. She calls it
You
aluminum.
really do not need too huge of a piece of an aluminum foil.
Mm-mm.
I have 2 pieces here just in case I need some more. But what we're going to do is we are going to take one of your pipe cleaners, and we're going to fold it in half. Okay? If you can fold it in half like that, that would be fabulous. That's step number 1.
Step number 1.
Now, what we're going to do with this, do you see how I have a space in here? This is going to be where the head's going to be. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to pinch it together, and I'm going to kind of twist the head around. I'm going to twist the head around. Do you see that I have a nice head? It's a circle. That's going to be for his head. All right. So now that we have that all situated, I kind of twisted these 2 pieces together a little bit. So it doesn't, this is going to be part of the body. All right.
Oh, that looks like one of those things from the bubbles, where you pull it out and you blow the bubbles through.
You could do that. And actually, that would be a fun thing to do.
Oh, make some bubbles.
Use
and
some
blow.
pipe cleaners, not these though.
No.
Use some different pipe cleaners, and you can make some bubble ones of your own that you could use. So now I have the head and I have the start of the body. What I'm going to do is I need a piece of aluminum foil. I'm going to take and I'm going to pull off a piece that's just big enough to take and cover my guy's head. Am I going to smush? I don't want to smush his actual shape of his head. See, you can feel that there's the pipe cleaner is still around there. All right, so that's what I did. Smush, smush, smush. It's pretty cool that you could be able to mold the aluminum foil over, and you just made the head.
Nice.
Pretty
Now
cool.
it looks like a spoon.
Yes. So now I'm going to take another piece of paper, kind of just aluminum foil, and I'm going to wrap it around my guy. I'm actually going to make this a little longer. I apologize. Use it the long way. Dun, 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 dun. If you use it the long way, you can still see that this guy is a little short here. You're going to still use some of this aluminum foil to make him a longer body. So if you do it the long way, not sideways, long way,
Vertical.
way, then you're going to take and smoosh, smoosh, smoosh just like this. Smush, smush, smush. And
Ooh, now it really looks like a spoon.
that's pretty cool. All right, so now he has a head and he has a body.
Ah, ain't got no body.
But, so he has the body, but he's missing his arms and he's missing his legs. So what we're gonna do is take another one. Actually, no, we're not gonna take another one. We're gonna take another pipe cleaner. What you're gonna do with the pipe cleaner, one end, you need to make one little loop. At the other end, you're gonna turn and twist and make another little loop. What do you think those are gonna be for?
Very small bubble ones.
Could be small. Like two
Teeny
little.
tiny baby bubbles.
No, we're gonna use those for his hands. Or her hands. You could do her. However you want. Alright, so do you see how I have? I'm holding it on the back of it. Okay, you're gonna take and you're going to twist like he's hugging himself. And you're gonna twist around the back and twist again so he comes around the front.
What? It's incredible.
It's incredible. He's like this. All right, so now you can choose your pose. If you want him waving high, you can have him waving high. If you want him like this with his hand on his hips, you can have him with his hand on his hips.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
So you could do that way, but then you have to add the aluminum foil. So you're gonna take these other little pieces. I would say pull it in half. So I guess we did need 2 pieces of aluminum foil. And then you are going to take and you need to wrap it around your little guy's hands and arms. If you want to make it look like he actually has the hand, you're going to want to make sure that you don't smoosh.
No smooshing.
No smooshing. Okay, so ooh, he's got big muscles. All right, so here is him waving like this. Oops, this was the wrong hand. Well, no, that's the right hand. This is good. Okay, so do you see how we have that there? Now, we need to do the other side. I'm going to have him go like this. Kind of like he's dancing. And then you're going to take the other piece of aluminum foil. Aluminum. Here's what my suggestion is, and I forgot to tell you this before. Start with the hand and put that on first. So you have the clear form of that circle from his hand. Then you pull this all the way around. Okay, so you're going to have to play with it a little bit, but that's what this is all about. You get to take... Right, you get to take and you get to form it however you want to form it. Oop, I see a big white. We'll have to cover that up. All right, so you still have to do something else. What else do you think you need to do?
Maybe we could do a motorcycle. He could ride on a motorcycle.
You could.
I could.
Oh, that would be very cool if you could do something else with pipe cleaner and stuff, if you have some pipe cleaners at home. This guy needs legs.
Oh, yes. Legs. Otherwise, he'd fall over.
Right. So that's what we're going to do. And this bottom part is, people don't have tails. They don't. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually wrap this around.
That's the part that didn't have the pipe cleaner in it from before. It was
so
that
it's
extra
a little
piece.
bit more moldable, pliable. Okay, and then that extra part that you have, you're going to take and make sure that it's just wrapped in. Just wrapped in. And then that way you have your legs
so they
up.
can see it.
With that little part?
Yeah, because I could see
Okay,
that. It was kind of
so
cool.
here's the little part that's left over that doesn't have the pipe cleaner in it, and it's all smushy. You're going to take and you're going to wrap it around one of the pipe cleaners so that you don't see that part. So now he has his 2 legs, right? We just have to make him doing something. So you could have him doing like jumping. Oh, he's going to jump, or he's going to, I don't know. He could kick a ball. He could do whichever you want. You do have this area down here that after you put the aluminum foil on, you can make it into a foot if you want to have it into a foot. Okay? But you're going to use the aluminum foil. Same thing, you pull it apart into pieces,
Wrap it
put it
around.
up, and then you scrunch it around, and then you can form your feet on there, and now you have your own little guy.
You have your own Giacometti sculpture.
Giacometti. Awesome.
Nice.
All right, so that's one of our activities that we're going to do. I'm just going to put this right up here.
Sit.
See if he will sit. He might fall over, but that's okay. You can make like a whole family. You could do your own thing that you want to do with this. All right, he's hanging there for us.
Now, Giacometti was an artist who was born after Monet. Monet, we said, was born in 1840, and Giacometti was born around 1901. So he was a little bit younger than Monet. Now, this guy is kind of incredible because the art he makes, you really have to think about what you might see in his art. His name is Pablo Picasso, and he was born in Spain, right around the same time that Monet was born in France. Now, they have different art styles. Picasso did paintings, but he also did sculptures. Do you remember when Professor Blackfeather held up those sculptures from Chicago? And I said there was that one that was kind of different looking. It had like a silverish face, and I couldn't really tell what it was. That's a Picasso.
This one right here on the bottom.
Now, some people think that looks like a gorilla. And some people think it looked like, I don't remember what the other thing was. I don't know. People were kind of confused when they first saw that sculpture come to Chicago. Now, it's not little. It's very, very tall. When you look at it, it's like tall as a building. Some people thought it was different things, but that's kind of what art is all about sometimes. It's about how you see things. Now, Giacometti's sculpture kind of looked like a person, right? Picasso's, not so much. Take a look at this.
This is actually not his artwork, but this is artwork based off of the kind of art that he does.
Yes, it's a Picasso style of art.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see anything in there that might look like, I don't know, faces? I kind of see some.
I see them. I see them very awkwardly.
They don't look like faces, I know. They don't look like my face or your face. But they do kind of look like faces. So here's your next project. In your packet, you will have some clay. Now, I don't have any clay with me right now. I just have a little bit of Play-Doh. You get to make your own sculpture out of your clay. Now, you can decide. Maybe it'll look like something you know. Maybe you'll make a sculpture of your dog or your mom. I don't know. Maybe you'll make one that people go, huh, I wonder what that was supposed to be. I don't know. Now remember, sculptures aren't flat. They're all the way around. Like the Giacometti, I can go all the way around the Giacometti. Sculptures have shape and dimension. So give it a try with your clay. See what you can make.
And you're going to have some different colors with your clay. So
Yeah,
if
I only
you
have
want
a
to
little
make,
bit of orange.
you know, as you see how bright and cheery all of these things are. The other activity that you're going to do is to do something like this, where you can use your own, like a lot of what they had here was, take a look at up here. There were forks up there. They
Ooh.
used forks to make the picture. They used a container that had, ooh, this looks like it has magic stones in it. And
Oh.
they used a stick, and then they used some cardboard. They cut it out in the way that they wanted to do it. And here's straws up here. So they used whatever they found around the house to create their own cool looking face.
It's awesome.
That's pretty cool. Right, so it's all up to you to decide what you want to do and how you want to make that.
Art is about what's inside of you coming out in your way.
Express yourself.
Express yourself.
Okay, so
Check out links below. We
have
got
a
lots
lot
of fun stuff.
We have a lot of them, and ones that are going to be able to explain maybe just a little bit more about who these people, these awesome people were. And we're going to look forward to seeing you on Wednesday for some more art discovery and learn about a few more artists and
Yes.
about sculptures.
And sculptures. You'll be amazed.
Woo! All right. We'll
See
see you
ya.
soon. Bye, guys.
Have fun.